Hey guys, it's Lucidity here.
And Technstein.
From the Roswell Flight Test Crew. And we are bringing you here a split-screen comparison between the GoPro Hero 4, GoPro Hero 3 Plus, GoPro Hero 2, and the Mobius B. Now, for those of you who follow our channel, you know that we just put out a video about the GoPro Hero 4 unboxing, setup, and testing, and that video included about 1 minute of this footage. However, we then got a message on YouTube from Falko Richter, and man, I hope that's his real name, because it sure is cool, asking if we could show the entire side-by-side comparison video. So Falco, this is for you, and anybody else out there like you.
Well, it's not quite the entire video, because a lot of it was actually, we started the cameras at the very beginning and left them recording to keep the sync in line, because instead of resyncing the video each time, so a lot of it spent on the ground changing batteries and walking around looking for better angles and things to fly around. So
yeah, no, that's a good point. I think we flew 4 times, didn't we? 4 times doing this? It was either 3 or 4. 3 or 4. Yeah. In any event, what it shakes out as is this video, if you stick with it to the end, is about 7 minutes long. But in total, we captured about 20 minutes of video. But a lot of that is, you know, just static footage of upside down, of Raven sitting upside down on the hood of Technstein's car. So not real compelling.
No, not terribly. So a good comparison of video of my car, I suppose. But anyway, so basically, I wanted to find something to fly near and around. Wanted to get comparisons of the angles, of course, that they were any different. They look the same to me, actually, except for the Mobius. And just any motion blur, any differences in the way they handle moving objects, or if you pause the video, of course, you can see if there's any breakup in the codec. It looked pretty good, actually. So, but
yeah, they all. I mean, they all look good, but they was also pretty impressed on how similar, even going back as far as the GoPro 2 really looked.
Yeah, like color differences slightly, and it's a little bit of saturation perhaps in the sky I was noticing. But I think that's up to you to decide, of course. Well,
now, I think one thing which is important to... Oh, there was where you flew low under that tree, and then you're going to climb up over the next tree here. Was that any kind of nervous-making?
No, not really. It was pretty... I was all eyes on here, so I wasn't flying that far or that high. You know, I can probably fly 300-400 feet without too much of an issue.
Yeah, we should point out this was all flown eyes on, so no FPV. Technstein was on the sticks the whole time, and I was kind of serving as a spotter. I'd like run out ahead, and you know, if he was having trouble judging parallax, because we did want to give you guys some nice close passes on these trees.
Yeah, so we didn't hit him. We almost did. Didn't hit him.
Yeah, we did not. No trees were harmed in the making of this video, nor was Raven, I'm pleased to report. Now, this was not sort of the classic Raven configuration. We were using a different undercarriage to accommodate all these GoPros. You want to tell them about that?
Yeah, this was an old X-Pro heli, like very early, 4 years ago, 5 years ago. X-Pro heli. It was actually designed for a, what was it called?
The little one.
The little.
Oh, well, the Gaui 330X.
Thank you, Gaui 330X. Anyway, was way too heavy, way too big, way too much parasitic drag.
We're talking a lot of parasitic drag, yes, even with Raven.
But the thing is, though, it's a good stout chassis. It can accommodate a lot of stuff. We had extra battery on there. You can easily mount 3 GoPros on a Mobius, plus other stuff. We used it for the FLIR demo a while ago.
Yeah, our 3-way FLIR comparison was shot using that exact same undercarriage.
Yeah, so yeah, it works very well for that. It's not efficient, but it's very useful.
Yeah. So, and we were, we had a LiPo buzzer on. We were keeping a real close eye on the clock. Okay, I think we're going to make a real close pass on this tree here. Let's see if we can see the prop wash in the branches.
I think you can see it coming back, actually, not so much going forward on this one. But, interesting, yeah. Well, anyway, the X-Pro heli is unstabilized. It's just simply attached with zip ties at the moment and some foam to keep the vibration down. And so the actual weight of the battery and the GoPros themselves are adding to the ballast to that to keep the vibration down, which I think works pretty well.
Yeah. I mean, this isn't, obviously stabilized video for motion pictures or anything, but I think it works well for this comparison. And speaking of comparison, I thought it was important to point out, as I did in the full video, which you can watch by clicking on the bottom of the screen here. We're coming in for a landing here. That that I had to downsample and composite these. So this isn't really like a pure image quality comparison, but more a chance to look at them side by side.
Yeah, well, the image quality, a little bit less. But the thing is, there are some great reviews of the GoPro 4 and the GoPro 3 comparison right now online. And the little GoPro is a little bit sharper, maybe on the hard light and dark edges, but they're very similar, actually. It looks like they may even use the exact same imager for all I know, but they may have different processing.
Now, this was the second location we flew, and what we're trying to do here is give you a light to dark comparison. So we're flying in a well-lighted environment, and then inside that shelter.
Yeah, which had a shadow, it was a little darker there. And one thing we noticed also is the GoPros, they handle the light very well. They transition nice and smooth. Now, the Mobius, for being, 1/5 the cost, transitions a little bit slower, kind of steps up and down, as you can see.
Yeah, no, the GoPro Hero 4 is $500, right?
Yeah, that's the Black Edition, yep.
The Black Edition, and then but the Mobius is what?
Like 70?
Wow.
60, 70 bucks?
But yeah, now watch, we're going to fly right through the picnic shelter here. Watch the Mobius in the lower right-hand corner. You can sort of watch it step from light to darkness, whereas the GoPros are a little smoother. And something else which I think is worth pointing out, especially right now because it's becoming painfully obvious, is that the Mobius slipped out of sync from all three GoPros stayed in perfect sync for the whole 20-minute record time, but the Mobius, as you can see, is starting to lag several seconds behind. Why do you think that happened?
Well, it's got to be the codec, because they were set exactly the same. Went in the software, double-checked. All of them were set to 30 frames a second, 1080p. That's the only thing I can think of is something with the codec, or maybe it's not recording at the right speed. That's possible too, I suppose.
It does cost less than 1/5.
Well, yeah, it's an amazing deal. That is a spectacular little camera.
Yeah, no, we wouldn't have noticed this difference if we weren't, comparing it side by
exactly.
side. But
Never noticed before.
But yeah, that was just kind of interesting because I went to great pains to synchronize these for you guys, and I was showing Techenstein it while I was working on it in the editing bay, and he said, "Why is the Mobius lagging?" I hadn't even noticed. Like, oh, great. Now I've got to fix that.
Yeah, well,
Anything to get you guys a good video.
Oh.
Okay, so that looks like we're out of video, so we better stop talking.
Well, hope you enjoy watching. See you next time.
All right, fly safe.